JJ Watt has reportedly been offered a deal in the $15 to $16 million range per year. Now, obviously, that's way out of our price range. But then he also said that, it looks like he's narrowed the teams down to 3. He has his 3 favorites as finalists. The 3 teams were the Packers, the Bills, and it were the Titans. The Browns. Yeah, so I was like, huh. And they said with an outside chance of the Raiders. But then later on, he's like, but he hasn't officially narrowed it. These are the front runners, but he's still open to anything. So I was just like, you basically told us the same thing that Aditi told us, the same thing that Mr. Rooney told us, the same thing Mr. Colbert told us. That, yeah, all right, this is it, but it's not necessarily it. So we're, just kind of in the same place right now. I was a little surprised, though, to not hear the Steelers on that list. I was.
I am too. I know you were initially really confident the brother factor was going to sway JJ to come into the Steelers.
I was.
But now you're seeing a potential team offered him around 15 to 16 million. Does money talk a little bit more than that brother connection?
So the only reason I still don't necessarily think that money talks the most because he had 17.5 that he voluntarily walked away from in Houston. Remember, the Texans didn't want to release him. He reached out to them and asked for his release. He said he didn't want to be a part of a rebuild. So if money was truly the driving point, he's not going to get more than 17.5 on the open market. I don't think so. I think that 15 to 16 that he got offered is probably going to be the best deal that's going to be on the table from a contract standpoint.
Though. What were we thinking that high? I thought we were thinking like 10, 12.
We thought 12,
I could be wrong
12.
Though.
Yeah, we said 10 to 12. We said 13 absolute max, and that's with a team that has a ton of just disposable income that they could just spend on a luxury free agent piece. We've seen that before. But I didn't think that, a team would really want to go that high, especially when we said Jadeveon Clowney a year ago. Was it Cleveland that offered him? Was it 15? And we said, well, at least with Clowney, even though he's not as productive, he's still younger and they view him as in his prime or coming into his prime. Whereas with JJ, the injury history, the age, it was a lot more surrounding it. Now, we don't know the length of the deal. It could have been a 1 year, could have been a 2 year, one of those things like that. And that could be the reason why the money was so high on a per year standpoint. But yeah, I definitely didn't think that was going to be the case. And trust me, that's way out the Steelers' budget. The Steelers, man, their budget's going to be 6 to 8 right now, just depending on who else they can restructure, who do they decide to release, and ultimately what number them and Ben can agree upon. That's going to dictate what they're able to do from, a signing free agent standpoint. But hearing that JJ got that type of offer, I'm like, whoa, I don't know about that brother love anymore, baby. Lord.
And he's sending out more cryptic tweets. What do you make of it? I don't really know. Because some people were pointing to, it said something about naps and then something about rivalry or enemies when you're younger. And now we idolize each other, or you idolize me when we're older. I don't know, dude.
Oh, man. You know what? That's the beauty of this time of year, though. Let the speculation roll. JJ, you don't need to take... You take your time, JJ. Take your time. Keep sending out cryptic messages. Keep leaking information. And then after that, we'll just keep reacting to it. But at the end of the day, just make sure you either sign in Pittsburgh, not in Cleveland, in worst case, Buffalo. And that's simple.
So, you gotta think if he's doing these cryptic tweets, he knows deep down he's signing with the Steelers, maybe, because it seems like each one has to do with JJ or TJ, Derek, brothers. That's what they seem to have to do with. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Too,
but you also have to remember, this can be a very fun time, and for him, he's never had this opportunity. Even when he got drafted, think about it. You don't choose where you go, so. Once you're drafted, you never get a chance to feel like you're pursued. And then he's always signed extensions ahead of time. So he's never had the opportunity to be pursued by other NFL teams. It's a great feeling. I've had those opportunities, man. It feels great just like in life in general, when you know somebody wants you, you're like, dang, all right. You work out, you working with your shirt off. You know what I mean? Because you're like, the muscles hit a little bit different when I'm getting these calls from my agent. He's like, yo, this team looking at you. That team wants you. This team thinking about you. You feel a lot better. And sometimes you don't want to rush it. You want to let that thing linger a little bit. So for JJ, I could easily see the scenario where, in his heart, he knows, hey, I want to come here with my brothers. This is what I want to do. But I'm really enjoying this right now because as soon as I say I'm coming there, all that leaves. All of it goes away. It becomes less about JJ, the hot commodity, JJ, the Cinderella, and it's more so, all right, now we're going to start critiquing the deal.
That's actually
now
a really
we got to
point.
start talking the numbers. Now we got to see if he still has it. How does he fit? All of these other things, and you lose that good feeling of, I'm the guy right now. All the attention's on me. So
a little bit of mystery.
Absolutely. So if I'm JJ and I know, okay, the big thing right now, if you're a free agent, you just want to get your deal done before NFL league year starts and free agency opens for everyone else. Because once that happens, that's when all of the money starts to get allocated elsewhere. That's why with Ben, this conversation is so important, because once the new league year starts, I believe it's March 15th, he's supposed to get, I think it was a $15 million bonus. So now you don't have the flexibility that we've been talking about in the past. All that kind of goes out the window. So that's why, if you're JJ as well, you're like, man, I know I have until that week. I have until that day to get this deal done. So if I'm JJ and I'm sitting here like, oh, we just at February 25th, I'm gonna wait another week. I'm gonna hit that deal maybe March 10th. You know what I mean? But until then, I'm gonna keep sending these cryptic tweets out and just keep having people love me. People donating to my foundation. He talked about that as well. I mean, come on, bro. That's a fun time. It's super fun, man. So for JJ, I'm like, man, take your time, baby. As long as you come in Pittsburgh, never Cleveland, worst case Buffalo. That's it. That's all you got.
What's funny though, too, as much as it is kind of for this year, you're having some fun. Mm-hmm. Maybe if you only sign the 1-year deal with the Steelers.
Talk about it.
just this free agency period where you're getting some numbers thrown out associated with your name, 15, 16, JJ Watt. All these big-time teams looking at me, double digits.
You see it.
Next year comes around. Take a 1 year. If you do if you do the whole brother thing this year, you might want to break the bank next year.
Listen, do the brother thing. Ben turns back the clock, fountain of youth, balls out. You win a ring on top of that, and then you hit the market? Come on, baby. You run that number up because you know you're going to be a critical piece. We already talked about that. You would come here, and even though you're going to be a part of rotation, you're going to be a main staple both at D tackle and DN, because we're going to bump you and move you around because you're flexible like that. So without a doubt, I mean, it would make perfect sense. But if I'm JJ, I understand why you might want to take your time and just soak this all in. He's talked about it too. He said, man, free agency is wild, right? This is his first time experiencing it. Good for him. Good for him. Take it on in, man. Take it on in.